Yeah.
Hello.
Hey there, welcome to Tuesday, where we're all celebrate a final of the Netflix original series, Haunted Hotel. Yeah,
Hoorah, Devil Dog. Good to see you.
yeah, and that's all what stuff. Okay, so, hey, Des,
Hello, Des.
what's up, Garcia?
Hope the night's going good for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Now, tonight we have the last full episode of Haunted Hotel. Now, I will say this. I hope it gets a second season. I
Well, I
don't.
can tell you right away that it is getting a second season. That was confirmed.
Okay, no, I didn't look into that beforehand, so that's
I have a feeling this is a case of one of those, this was already confirmed for 2 seasons before the first season came out. But they just didn't reveal it yet.
nice.
Netflix tends to do that sometimes.
Yeah. Uh,
Sometimes they'll even like make a show and then just release half of it as a season one and the other half as season two.
yeah, makes sense. It does. Uh, so we have 4 episodes tonight. It's gonna be taking on 2 of them. So I'm gonna start off with Seven Daily Friends. Now, okay, first let's address the title and the wordplay on lyric seven daily friends, seven daily sin. Yeah, the sins of Ben would have been a no good title to use.
Yeah, no, I get that. Before we get into it, I'd say that this is my favorite episode of the block of episodes that we do get.
I have to agree with you on that. I mean, just want to have a bit more story work behind it, but so we start off with, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, but we start off in our town as always, and but indecisive is not the word it's not the word I want to use, but
Well, it's one of the words.
yeah, I mean, I guess so. But finds a mystical wardrobe that when he doubts himself, it makes a copy of him. Now, okay, I would say this, the whole clone thing of Ben is. really the would have expected and have seen in Rick and Morty. And yeah, like Cedric is
I'd say it's more this whole splitting off parts of a character's personality and forcing them to confront themselves
yeah,
is just a thing that has been in so many different forms of fiction.
I mean yeah.
Usually it is a person being split in half rather than another aspect of them just being on their own.
Well I mean yeah, when you put it like that and this is even funnier to me now because okay, you know I read a book, right? You know that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm working on my second book and um I have the same plot device in that second book.
Well, it's a plot device that has existed in fiction for generations. Because
Yeah,
it's something that, I mean, that stuff exists even in mythology. Just being forced to confront
yeah,
different aspects of your personality.
yeah, no, I get
So
that.
there's no it's human nature
Yeah, yeah,
to even want to experience that in story.
definitely, definitely. But yeah, I mean, so we got 7 different types of fun. Good fun, bad fun, horny fun, which I never thought I would say that online. But yeah, so Ben and Castle was trying to figure out, how do we get rid of these old bugs? But Catherine wrote the course of, I'm gonna say a day is likened to old six buns and it's enjoyable half of them around. Now, I will say they come to the conclusion of, oh, we need to get rid of the weakest link of the band, which is, I'm gonna call him Ben Prime. So, yeah. Now, I
No,
just,
I actually liked Ben as a character. Yes, he's a bit mousy. Yes, he's a bit indecisive. Yes, he's a bit of a go with the flow, but he's also responsible in a lot of episodes.
yeah.
He's he, he's more put together than it originally appears when you just look at the guy.
Yeah, no, he is. He definitely is. Now, there's, well, I will get that at that towards the end, but they just figure out how to put the band together. There's a scene where they all kiss each other to try to do that, and it
Yeah,
does.
that was just weird. That was just weird. I get the whole love yourself thing, but that was just why was that there?
Yeah.
It
No, that
was there
awful
to be
shit.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah, it was. That didn't work, and oh, we probably have to, you know, all get. I hate to say this first, but get in the closet and have fun, come out of the closet as one, but
Well, it's not a closet; it's a wardrobe. Those are two very different things.
okay, wardrobe, my bad. Uh, okay.
You see, closets are part of the wall.
Yeah, I know. I have a few, but yeah, no, I mean, come out wardrobe. He's feeling like himself, but less, uh, like he's not feeling as grounded as he should be because they know but we we been got well free and is seen traveling a boat and going out to sea at the end of the episode with that isn't gonna come back in any negative way.
I can see that coming back in like in season two.
Yes, so can I. But yeah, I mean, this was definitely an episode of self-reflection for Ben, and honestly, I think it was supposed to be a self-reflection for the viewer as well, but that's just my idea on it.
Mhm.
What did you think of this episode?
I enjoyed it. I noticed that you didn't really mention much about uh the secondary part of the episode.
Uh, yeah, Amanda forgot I was more focused on the Ben stuff.
Yeah, with Esther and Nathan and his whole starting to lose cohesion and fall into the ground. And if he loses his purpose, then he'll eventually sink to the Earth's core. That
Yeah,
whole part. So you seem to completely forget that that was a thing that happened in the
yeah,
episode.
but I mean, you have to admit, like, his whole,
The other part was a little more focused.
yeah, his whole Nathan's whole purpose is, you know, spaghetti dinner with the
Yes,
family.
but going off of future information that we do get,
Yeah,
this makes a little more sense. Because it's not just the spaghetti dinner, it's what it represents. It's the closeness with family, it's the ability to connect with other people, which is what was missing in his life.
Yeah, no, I don't get that. Makes sense.
Yeah, so I see that more as just explaining what's going on with Nathan as a person, so that when we get the reveal later on,
Well,
that hits just a little bit harder.
well, as a ghost.
Yes.
But, okay. Well, but
All
yeah,
right.
no, it was good. I think Nathan as a character, based on visual information, I thought he was, well, I thought he did it that way. I just didn't know. You know what I'm talking about? Uh,
Yes.
yeah. Alright, so do you want to go on to it? What?
Sure. We will go into the very next episode, which is Entrose, which
Yeah.
is all about a knowing relative coming to stay at the hotel.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Aunt Rose, who is just a bad person all around, a bully of a relative who comes to the hotel to pick on uh, and
Catherine.
make fun of Catherine for running the place.
Yeah.
The side plot for this episode is just Abaddon being stuck behind a door jamb with a spider. So seems more like a way to just get him out of the story or just relegate him to something unimportant while it focuses on the actual family group.
Yeah.
Because since Abaddon doesn't know the aunt, has no actual familial connection, there's no reason for him to actually be in this episode.
No, I agree, but I mean, it gives him something else to do rather than just the, oh, we wrote him out for this specific episode. So, yeah.
We also have Esther raising the dead, as in she gets in trouble at school and needs to have a parent come in, and she ends up raising up a zombie to play as her father for the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Her spellcasting and her delving more and more into the supernatural arts as the show goes on, I do find pretty dang funny. And I look forward to seeing just how far she goes, becoming like a full-fledged sorceress or something. I don't know, just whatever it is, I do like what they're doing with her.
yeah,
I also do like that throughout the episode, we get Ben just asking her to call their father to come in and deal with the situation. And the reason why, as the episode goes, makes more and more sense and explains why she has the zombie even doing the things that it does.
yeah,
Uh, I like that the aunt did not come there initially for what the revealed purpose is, which is turn yourself into a ghost. Because she didn't know about the whole ghost rules until she gets told.
yeah,
So she originally just came to be an ass to everybody.
yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but jump ahead here. I really like how, you know, once she becomes a judge, she reveals and completes her unfinished business with, okay, so you clearly don't want to keep this filter around for the next few episodes. How do you get rid of them, kill off, and have her unfinished business be done like 10 seconds after she dies?
I have to say, I was actually worried that she would be sticking around because she didn't really seem fun as a character. I don't want to hear our characters be insulted constantly.
No ninja, and you know that's why I think it's good that they cut her off when they did. I mean, really, it makes sense. It does.
But yeah, how Catherine, through the course of the episode, kept trying to come up with reasons why she was good, but the whole episode was really just her trying to be a good relative for the sake of being a good relative to someone who doesn't deserve any of it.
Yeah, no.
Some people in your family are just assholes, and that's it. And it's okay to not like them.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
because you're related to somebody doesn't mean they're deserving of your attention.
No, no.
You need to cut people out when they're bad for you.
Yeah,
That's a lesson that everybody should learn.
yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that. Hmm.
Just as there are toxic friends, there's toxic family.
Yeah. No, definitely. Hmm.
And the reveal that Esther did try to contact her father, but they get no actual response from them. It's like, oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's it's kind of revealing, you know, that in each family, even the same family, there can be multiple toxic people. The toxicity can come in different forms. I mean, it doesn't have to be as direct as it was, but it could be indirect like their father was. I mean,
Mhm.
really. Hmm.
But yeah, so the aunt goes away. The the zombie turns out to actually be pretty dang wholesome and kind and doesn't do anything bad and even tries to get rid of the aunt for them.
Yeah,
Um, all in all, this was just a good episode dealing with nice things for the characters. And it's the type of stuff I would like to see moving forward. I like the idea of using supernatural methods to deal with emotional familial problems. And that could be like a focus going forward.
Yeah, good. That makes sense. I mean, this is why it reminds me a lot of Gravity Falls because, well, you watched, you watched the entirety of
Oh
Gravity.
yeah. Oh yeah. I watched all of Gravity Falls years ago.
Okay, so you will understand what I mean, but the way that, you know, Ken and his twin that are tripled,
Stanford.
yeah,
Stanford and Stanley.
yeah, yeah, that we triple act. I mean, kind of mirrors what we see here at Haunted Hotel in this specific episode. Like, you know, Henry was toxic, but yes, he was there for his family when he needed to be. All Rose on
Say he was toxic.
alright.
Like his whole thing was always being there for family, but his family were the ones who turned their backs on him for the most part.
Well, I will,
Like he was kicked out of his house by his dad onto the street. They were the
yeah,
toxic ones.
yeah, no, I get it, and that's my bad, sorry. But my point is that, you know, even in that show, it showed some characters being toxic for no good reason. Now, did they get redeemed in the end? Yes, but Haunted Hotel shows that not everyone gets redeemed. I mean, Aunt
For
Rose,
that, I will agree.
yeah,
It's something you have to want.
yeah,
You can't just forgive people who aren't actually working towards forgiveness.
definitely not. So, that's my point is that you know you can forgive someone who's seeking forgiveness in a genuine way. Some people, like Aunt Rose, don't deserve it. But that,
And they'll sometimes like lie saying that they're trying to do it as well.
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's my main thing about it. So, yeah, any final thought on this?
For that episode, no. I would say we can just move on to the next,
Okay, so,
which is the reveal of the stuff that we were talking about in the previous episode.
okay, so I plan to say this title over because normally it might come out weird, but the title is the equal says the actual says, which I mean we both know what that sounds like coming up.
Yeah, the estercis instead of exorcist.
Yeah, the now
No, they could have also titled it as The Exorcist,
yeah,
and that would have worked just as well.
yeah, I got you. Now I mean, yeah, this gets into what we will talk about all, and okay, the expo is primary. I'm not gonna call it magical because nothing in this series is magical. It's
And you could say it's magic.
okay, well, I'm gonna say that
No,
series.
actually, yeah, there's lots of magic in this.
Alright, well, um,
Esther literally raises the dead using magic and a magic amulet in the previous episode.
well, yeah. Uh, I'm just gonna call it the series messing around with a demonic necklace. And yeah, that's what I believe it was. It's a
Hmm.
demonic necklace. And, you know, the academic character, character, and there's a rip in all reality, and it goes demons from the past, and they're all trying to take control of them for complete world domination. Now, Apple has set up mark, well, a peasant room in the lounge that the rest to drop salt all around to keep the demons out, which, okay, I do believe in that, but what I don't believe in is that there was no way that Catherine could have gotten every single particle of salt back into that pile that she removed to allow Abaddon in.
Well, I will say you don't need to get every piece. You just need an unbroken line. That's the important part when it comes to like salt circles in things like this.
Okay,
They can be a single grain wide. It's just there has to be a line.
I understood. Uh, I just didn't completely understand that, like, you know,
It's used in a lot of fiction. If you watch like things like Supernatural,
yeah,
yeah, it has to be just a circle or a line of salt that they can't pass.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a big fan of Supernatural, but, you know, I just say it's my lack of understanding of the whole mechanic behind it, because the way I look at it is that even a small gram of salt taken out is breaking the line, but that's just what my mind goes to, you know?
I gotcha. But no, I got the way it worked.
Okay, so I sold this process by a demon that happens to make its way inside, and well, Ben is calling the Vatican for like demonic removal and, you know, uh, exorcist with, I mean, I get why they did that. I just think, why not call your local church false, you know? But that's just,
You gotta go straight to the top.
yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, there was a little bit of a big situation, so they might have thought a local church wouldn't be able to handle what was going on.
Well, okay, yeah, no, that I
I
did.
mean, the sky's ripped open and demons are pouring through.
Yeah,
I think
no.
this calls for a little bit more than your local parish.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I wish they didn't who you could call Ghostbusters, Demon Busters, whatever. Yeah,
Well, still figuring that stuff out.
so, I mean, I enjoyed that. I did. Now, I will definitely say that the whole reveal, well, every secret that was revealed, like, okay, so in this episode, it was Nathan's death day. He's been dead for a year at this time.
Yeah.
And he wants to celebrate Catherine Dixon. Now, when Astro gets possessed by a demon, like all the secrets will come out, and especially, why Catherine Dixon wants to celebrate and how Nathan actually died with.
Yeah, that brings into focus a lot of the things of Nathan's behavior previously.
Yeah, I mean, they told.
Um,
they told
I
her,
do love the way the demon was getting into everybody's head, and then
yeah,
eventually just stopped because they didn't have to reveal any more secrets because they were handling that themselves. They were
yeah,
starting to break down on their own.
yeah, no, I mean, that was funny. I mean, just the fact that Nathan was told, oh, you died in great. Um, you actually took your own life. Like, that's a heavy reveal right there. So, yeah,
It also goes. All right, so earlier in the season, we found out that Catherine went to therapy after Nathan's death.
yes, and she wrote
Why would she go to therapy? Like, yes, it's sad people like have difficulty dealing with like the death of a loved one,
yeah,
but going to therapy, this is why. It's because her brother killed herself, and she blamed herself for not being there for him, which is
yeah,
why she wrote the letter, like the email
yeah,
after he died. There are so many things that in this episode, when we find out that this happened, that he did this to himself, make other earlier things make more sense.
yeah. Now, I mean, like, it makes sense. It does. And I would say if this was the season finale, it would make a great finale because,
Yeah, say that this episode is the emotional climax of the season,
yeah,
at least for the Freeling family.
yeah, yeah, no, I mean, it was a good episode, a lot of emotional depth, and, you know, I rely on Albadon to fit what will to fix what happened comedic moment, but at the end it all came together. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that worked. Yeah, it all worked out. We learned about them. They learned about themselves. They learned about each other. They grew, and we also got a bunch of fun, scary stuff happening over the episode. So
Yeah,
yeah, this would work as a good finale for the season, but it's not.
no, it's not. And any final thoughts on this before we head into the next episode? I
I'd
would,
say no. I'd say we have. I'd say that is pretty much it. We learned about the characters. They learned about themselves. We get the backstory for how they arrived there, why they arrived there, what was going on with everybody.
yeah,
We so far with the course of the season, just we know everything. We know everything that's happening and why it's all happening, and that sets us up to be prepared for the season finale, which is all about Abaddon and his return to glory.
yeah. Well, okay, so the acolytes of Abaddon. Uh, by those take a
Uh, and yeah, so this episode does pick up with a few things that were set up earlier. Like in the Ghostbusters or Ghost Chasers episode, where at the end we find out that uh a cult member had seen him on the TV,
yeah,
which leads to the entire cult coming to the hotel in order to perform a ritual which will get him his powers back and cause the apocalypse, bringing hell on Earth. And the episode really is just about Abaddon. It's about Abaddon and his relationship with Esther and how he would feel about leaving them to go back to his old life. Because at its core, this episode really is about him deciding who he wants to be and where he wants to be. Is he a part of this family or is he a demon lord?
yeah. Now, I will say this. I like that they set up the solution at the beginning of the episode. Well, I guess you can't call it a solution, but the way he attempts to fix it multiple times. So,
Well,
yeah,
it is the solution. It's at the it's a Chekhov's gun. They are not going to give you a time rewind thing in an episode and not have it be pivotal to the plot.
well, yeah, no, I got that, and yeah, but it's used in a good way, but I felt like 5 to 6 uses was a bit too much.
You think they just dragged it out a little too much?
Yeah, I mean,
I gotcha. They
yeah,
didn't need to show all of them. Well, they didn't show all. Because they apparently did it like more times than we saw.
yeah, but I mean, you know, I totally get why they wanted to use it that many times. I mean, when it's the next time you're gonna be able to rewind time and have a doable button. Um,
The only
you,
problem with that do-over button is it's still there. They don't get rid of it. So in the back of your mind, you have to always remember, oh, there's a
yeah,
back door to the beginning of time.
yeah, I
At
mean,
least it's only to the beginning of time. So it's not like something that everybody can use.
yeah, no, like, I mean, that's great. Like, it's not a all access pass to every path of time.
Yeah,
Path,
they can't travel back in time to like earlier that day. It's
yeah.
dude, it's not a Code Lyoko Return to the Past.
No, and I wouldn't want it to be on
Because we saw how overused that got.
too many times in the first 2 seasons. Yeah. Hmm.
But no, the cult existed, but they really were just there to set up the situation for Abaddon. seeing as they all just die.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was entertaining, and the fact that after I'm just at the end, like, no, I'm not going through this again, and you know, beat them up, kill them all, and kill them all was, you know, a good way to end it.
I was surprised we never got to see Abaddon in their like full demon form.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing I assumed that we would see in this world is uh, Abaddon's 400-foot tall demon form, but no, no, he didn't even get out of the body once. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but if
No, we
you're,
have not seen anything out of it.
yeah, but no, I mean, on this, if you're a demon lord, you would at least want to get out of the body that's been your entire, your immoral suffering for the past 400 years at
Yep.
least.
Though far longer now,
Yeah, like, uh, past,
since they've been through the time loop multiple times.
yeah, past like 20, no, past like 700 billion years. Yeah, no, I got you. But yeah, it was a interesting one. And, you know, I'm probably can't wait to see what they do with Secret 2.
Hopefully, hopefully they do more stuff in town because I think that they could set up more characters there. If they don't do more stuff in town, give more characterization to the spirits because there's so many ghosts there that do pretty much nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean,
And there has a girlfriend who isn't in most of the episodes, even though she's just in the house with them.
yeah, and okay, I understand the gag, but I want an episode just with Jessica. Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I think that would be fun to explore. You know, actually get to see the whole squid of the, yeah. Hmm.
There are a bunch of characters that just introduce, but nothing happens with them.
Yeah,
Like the rival hotel owner, like
yeah.
Esther's friend at school. It's like there's stuff that's there, but they don't have enough. It's 10 episodes. 10 episodes not enough to do anything with this.
No, but I mean,
A 10 episode season is insane.
yeah, if, but I mean, those shows that have done more with less, you know that. I mean, look at Rachel Trees. Some of those are only 8 episodes, and they put a whole lot into each episode. So, yeah, no, I get it. Hmm.
Yeah, but the thing about Stranger Things is each of those episodes is an hour long. This is a 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I would definitely try. Hopefully, like, well, okay, let me put this question out there. And if you got an info for me now, great. If not, whatever. But at Netflix, who determines how long a show can be?
You mean the length of the episode or the length of the
Yeah,
season?
length of the episode.
I mean, that really just depends on like the showrunner.
Alright, so they chose.
I mean, they'll pitch it to Netflix like we're going to be doing this, and then the show gets picked up. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, no, I got you. But yeah, that's something I want to discuss. I mean, I know, like, for, you know, Cartoon Network, it's, you could have 2 11-minute segments in each episode. So, which I will admit they have got it away from, but that used to be the norm with Cartoon Network. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I just checked. Stranger Things, like last season, the episodes were 75 to uh from 75 minutes to an hour and 25 minutes. So yeah, those are long episodes. That's 10 episodes, but each episode was the length of three of these episodes.
Yeah, no, I got it.
But yeah, no, like 10, 20-minute episodes is not a lot if you're going to be trying to focus on characters for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, honestly, you could binge watch this in maybe 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I got you.
So, do you think you'd be up for doing the tier list stuff for next week, or do you want to like watch a show and something else?
We could definitely do the tour for next week. I would be up for that. It would,
All right. So, do you want to do it for every single Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors? Because if we're gonna tier list it, we gotta tier list it.
I
We gotta
mean,
set parameters.
okay, I will say yes, but I'm definitely gonna have notes on each one because I'm
You'll
not,
forget.
yeah, I'm not going into this not being prepared because it's gonna be what 30 plus years of episodes that we need to go through and follow all the way back in season 2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what, 6 years?
Yeah, 36 episodes. So I will tell you this, you can't watch them all on Tuesday afternoon. You have to watch them over the week.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Alright, well, I will say this. We will do that next week. And then the week after that, we have the animation round table. So, yeah. With that being said, we're gonna call it here, guys. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys. Let